Rain, heavy pulse, dirty eyes, sweaty clothes, the routine that I've learned to understand and know. Play my tricks, fragile mind, risk your head on me. Shut my eyes, I'm not here. There must be some mistake. Don't be so serious. 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 Don't be so serious.
Така. Привет. Надявам се, не съм много тъмен, поне на мен ми изглежда, че съм относително добре изглеждаш, поне в момента, от това, което може да видите. Не знам дали няма да мога примерно да увелича малко brightness or something. Аз не знам на какъв brightness ме сетнал ме на петица. Ако направя на четвърка, ставам прекалено светъл, така че за мен петицата мисля, че е идеално. Ако евентуално нещо се случи, просто ще увелича малко лоучето, но so far looks good. Така, върнах ти парите за New World, продължава да бива карти и то всякакви комплекси с товареше максимум на 30% и забиваше, губи връзка с монитора. Губи връзка с монитора, what the fuck? Това само на New World. Така, проблема не е сам при мен, други хора всякакви карти имат проблем. Взимам четвърти левел в играта и е много добре, трябва да е фикснат. Аз някъде at some point somewhere ми приключи цялата работа. В смисъл, аз съм цъкал бетата, стигнах до големия град и оттам нататък вече си бих шута. Да, не знам в какво състояние е играта. Както виждаш, при някои хора няма някакви проблеми. Аз съм постоянен дисконект на монитора, така че едва ще да направя някаква... Ще да ми направя впечатление, защото просто ми е шибан... само на един монитор, но ми е супер шибан кабела. Мисля, че имам някакъв дефектен HDMI. Бях го оправил за известно време, обаче имам всякакви HDMI кабели и съм хванал пак тъпия, що не го изхвърлих. Мисля, че хубаво ми HDMI в Пловдив, не съм отишъл да го взема, така че... Проблема е рандъм, в смисъл при 100 човека с едни и същи компютъри при един краша пред другия не. Да. Ти лимитира ли си FPS-а? That kind of stuff. Което според тях беше фиксът. Или не си го оправил? Ясно. Recommended, така, съм 980, нормално така, в менюто да ми товар на 100%. Да, защото в менюто нямаш никакъв лимит. Нямаш лимитър на FPS-а в менюто. По принцип. Доколкото ми е известно. И вдига разбройки 80 градуса в менюто. Има лимит. В менюто знам, че зарежда една камара неща там и там по принцип яката товари. И на мен, когато цъках бетите. И двете бети. Бетите го нямаше лимита, след като изгорях картата и го сложих. Ще се посна 30. Вдига 80 градуса. Интересно. Че бързичко зарежда. О, шит. Забрах, че сме натоварни като муле. Трябва да видя контрол панела, сложих 30 FPS лимит за играта и в играта го сложих на 30. Ама под дисконект на монитора имаш предвид такъв като краш на драйвер, защото когато ти крашне драйвера, за известно време всичко забива, след това става черен екран, чува се едно писукане и след това така, всъщност ти крашна драйвера. Да, така на стъв. Или просто чуваш как се дисконектва компютъра или просто ти как да кажа? Просто се скрива и така нататък. Мисля, просто за известно време ти става черен екрана и нищо друго. Или actually първо ти крашва драйвера. Защото това другото звучи като доста по-зле. Окей, това не звучи много готино. И с него същата работа. Окей, това в момента, като съм си натоварил героя, толкова зор ми опъват тригерите. Буквално усещам как непрекъснато опитва да се бори с мене. It's cool, само че ми умалят пръстите. Но за нищо в света няма го изключа, защото това е a lot better. И доста хора... Мисля, аз като човек, който съм изтесъл обед, най-вероятно няма да имам това проблем, освен ако не са направили някакъв гъс в... Всъщност, що говоря, може и тотално да са го скапали на релиз. Не е изключено. Да преграва.
Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Само да видя нещо. Cool. Имаш мнение от такива, дето не са имали проблем. Уф, я. Sounds fun.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a post box.
Carol, bandwidth available to you. Я, знам какво прави това. Share Walker, Private Walker. Кой е Share?
Sam, you can use share lockers to exchange cargo with other porters.
Share Walkers can be used to donate weapons, materials and equipment for use by other players. If you offer up something particularly useful to those traveling through the area you're in, you may be able to earn some extra likes. You can also choose to claim items donated by other players. Share Walkers are also така but you'll be able to reclaim any cargo you've lost.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
Сега select make delivery, така, deliver lost cargo at terminal, delivery terminal to complete a lost cargo delivery. Lost cargo can also be entrusted to other players for delivery by selecting entrust cargo. Така. Окей. Не можех да игра. С.
Much obliged. Gotta say, I really appreciate you going the extra mile.
Disk-based media.
Good work, Sam. It seems your connection level is increasing. As your connection level increases, larger quantities of resources will be made available to you at our facilities.
Increasing your connection level facility will allow for more materials to be stored here and will make more materials available for use. Additionally, new functionality may be provided by bridges and you may even receive a gift or two. New interview data, Egyptian mummies, pyramids, corals of the seam, cryptobiotes. Окей, увеличих бандовите и още неща ми докараха. Ник Истън. Така, BB, Echolocation, Dooms and the Zodiac. Окей, увеличат ми още нещата. Another player used my structure. Someone still does it. People think of you as a porter who can be relied upon. Така, new title for basic orders. But with time and effort, you may one day be recognized as a true legend. Fuck yeah, ние ще станем най-добрият екон доставчик.
Hey, I got something for you.
Това PCC ли? Шапка. Слагай шапката, бе, кратуно.
Alright, until next time. Good work.
Няма orders. So, наобратно.
Beginning scan.
Хайде сега се връщаме.
Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Няма нищо изгубено. Найс, найс. Така, ниво от бенчмарк с моята и върви повече от добре. И аз ме, че such is life, човек. Какво ти кажа? Тъпа работа. Това може би ще е хубаво да го взема. И да го оставя в другата база. Тук е малко по стръмен терена, обаче пък е лишен от битита. Айде, моля ти се, де. Стига си дрифтил между камъните. Там има стълба, значи най-вероятно оттам минавах предния път. Някъде е тука. Даже къде ли е моята стълба? Не ми кажа, че някой ми е свил стълбата. Някой ме сериозно ми е свил стълбата. Някой сериозно ми е свил стълбата. Това е мое. Това е мое. Защото е синьо. Там си е брал лайката. Не бе, Леле, как ще я се строполя надолу? Сега ли точно ще ми пише, че Windows ми изтича? Окей, това е за тука. Ще да го взема. От тук ме е по-лесно да мина. Има две неща за PlayStation-а. Направо ще е грехота, ако ги заеба. Това е за Capital, но тук... Уау, някой тотално заебал абсолютно всичко. Как така прочин карго лимит, като съм само на половината човек? си починем вътре в стачката. Даже ще е хубаво да се разкарам от този стръмен холм. Ще го...
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Make delivery. Deliver lost cargo.
Delivering cargo.
I'm so glad you're here. Gotta say, you truly are incredible.
Of course I am. I'm the main character.
All right then. Thanks for everything.
Good work. New order of it.
Private locker.
Your private locker can be used to store cargo and the like.
Items you don't immediately need can be stored in a private locker indefinitely. However, if you wish to reclaim them, you have to do from the specific terminal you used to store them. You can check what items you have stored. Те резини. Така, take on deliveries, orders for Sam. Construction post box. The distribution center, rare metal. Не мисля, че ми трябва което иде от тези двете. На всеки случай ще направя едно такова. Айде, моля се.
weapons restrictions
Кое е това?
Sam, if you stumble across any memory chips on the road, be sure to submit them via the nearest terminal. There's no telling what kind of rare and valuable data they might contain. You're sure to make someone very, very happy with your contribution.
По принцип няма се виждам, няма се връщам, демет. Какви прости. Тук има Watchtower. В course имам мулета. Не мисля, че мога да им избягам дълго.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you. Get to your destination ASAP if you don't want to get caught.
Oof, great.
Gave you trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
Hey, come and get me.
Чакам сегмент да ми изписука сензора. Майче даже си е тука. You belong to the other side. Whew. We got it, boys.
Something wrong, Sam?
I don't know. Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
Autotoxemia. Oh, wow.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
Okidoki. Yeah boy. Motoretka.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain on. Decontaminating suit. Rest is advised.
Здравей, Наско. Как си? Как сме днес?
Wait station folks told me all about you. Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend.
Fuck yeah. Skilled handler. Continue to strive for greater recognition. Delivery volume така, carry more cargo.
Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
Идеално.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Мерок. Така, UCA membership and increase facility functionality. As more facilities join the UCA, Bridges HQ will be able to provide additional functionality to those facilities, such as the ability to fabricate equipment and weapons via the delivery terminal. The range of available weapons and equipment may increase, and new terminal functions and information may be added as things progress. Mew and Drone Syndrome, Bridge Babies, Timefall. Features mail, eat data, a new option, delivery terminals, recycle. Oh shoot. This area is now connected to the chiral network, enabling you to see and access other player structures, etc.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do. Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Така, memory chip.
Well, would you look at this? Thank you so much, Sam.
Яко. Cufflinks, view, окей.
Thank you for your contribution.
Dead man, you there? Little help.
Okay, Sam. Remove the pod and connect it to that incubator.
10.
Good. A temporary excessive stress. Easily addressed if we return it to its mother's womb.
Mother?
Located in the capital Knot City ICU. Brain dead, of course.
You mean still mother?
Correct. A still mother's womb facilitates a connection between the world of the dead and the BB. And you, in turn, connect yourself to a BB, granting you the ability to sense BTs. These pods were designed to simulate the conditions inside a still mother's womb. BBs need to believe they're in one at all times to function properly. However, we can only maintain this deception for so long, which is why we must periodically update the environmental data by synchronizing it with a still mother via the chiral network. There. The update is in progress. Right now, the pod is synchronizing with the still mother in capital Knot City and reconfiguring its settings based on the latest data. Returning your BB to the womb in this manner will temporarily reduce its stress levels. That being where it technically belongs, of course.
Kid looks happy.
I'll try adjusting the oxytocin dosage. Autotoxemia should set in much slower from now on. You should remember that BBs are just equipment. Try not to get attached.
The fuck is going on?
Each one has been physically
Don't
removed
let it.
from its still mother's womb. A process that renders them unpredictable and prone to failure. No BB on record has remained in service for over a year. It may need to be retired before this expedition is over.
And then? You saying there's no way to keep my BB alive?
You must understand, there is still a great deal we don't know about BBs. As we expand the chiral network and recover more past data, perhaps we'll find our answers. Oh, right. You asked me to look into why the BTs might be reacting to your blood. I spoke with Hartman. We should have your results soon. Anyway, get some rest. You and your BB are both exhausted. Good night, Sam.
Why would you cuff yours? What the hell kind of kink it was?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Sam? Can you see me?
How are things over there?
Still not under guard. Still not chained up. Still can't leave. But if you can keep making connections, if you can get to me, we can go back east. Back home. Thank you. I mean that. It's bad. There are fewer and fewer people in the cities these days. No one's having children anymore. But humans aren't made for living alone. They're supposed to come together, to help one another. And if we as a people can't do that, if we can't reconnect, then, well, it's like Bridget said. extinction.
Come on. Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as they're still around, there's no escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope. I'll be waiting, Sam. Waiting for you. Come and find me.
Hello, Sam. This is Hartman. Since you're awake, it might behoove you to freshen up. To that end, why not take a shower? It's good for the body and soul, and also my research as it happens.
I'll take a shower when I wanna take a shower, bitch. Опитвам се да активирам една касена, обаче нещо не се получава. Но тъпо. Check it. Давай. Кълтай ги. По принцип знам, че май ако не ги изпия всичките, после остават старите кенчета като брой, смисъл не се рефилват. Затова гледам да ги изпия. Или просто помня грешно. Няма вечер монстъра. Да, махнали са го в директорската по някаква причина. По някаква причина в директорската са махнали монстъра и са го заменили с оригинална бридж бира, т.е. буквално са сложили, нали, марката на компанията, за която работим в играта. О, на шапката можем да променим цвета. Естествено, че златна, човек. What the fuck? The hell do you mean? Естествено, че ще направим златна. Ooh, that booty. Oh shit.
Deadman relay your request to me, as I oversee DT research. I'll be taking a sample of your shower water in order to study the effects your bodily fluids might have on a BT.
Study other people with dooms?
Everyone in Bridges, myself and Mama. Results thus far are inconclusive. But you possess other singular qualities, being a repatriate as well. I must confess to a measure of optimism.
Processing fluids. Waste products. Dry-relling. Dispensing.
There. Take the sample with you. Should the opportunity arise, try using it on a BT. I'm curious to see how they react. Who knows? It may even prove beneficial to you. There was an old research paper detailing the effects of bodily fluids from individuals like us on BTs. It is only by recovering these materials that we can unearth the knowledge of the past. Not just the Death Stranding, but also the mystery of your body's unique properties and even our doom's affliction. There may well be hope for humanity. Sam, I have no interest in rebuilding America. I want to recover the past. Oh, it's almost time.
After you make your connections and nothing happens, then what? I said, then what?
Gamer Girl. По-скоро Норман Рийдъс Battlewater, което аз бих купил. I mean, yo.
Sorry to bother you while you're taking a break, but I figured you'd want to hear this. Hell, maybe it'll help you rest easier. We received a number of messages addressed to you. And I've not taken a look myself, but I gather they're mostly from your clients. You should see if they contain any useful information. Mail can be accessed via your cufflinks, as well as the terminal in your private room. There's something else I'd like to share with you. With the Chiral network, we now have the power to reclaim our past. Data once thought lost forever from every corner of America can be pieced back together from fragmented records. Our archives are still a work in progress, of course. But as we expand the network and integrate more way stations and cities, we'll be able to recover more and more information, such as the previous expedition's logs and reports. Everything they sent back was lost when Central Knot City was destroyed. And we've managed to restore some already, in fact. You can access them from a private room terminal or your cufflinks by selecting Archives. Might make for interesting reading.
Или обратното. Или са взели идеята да се бават с Белдълфин. Who knows? Айде, нека станем блимп. Опа, гледайте коста. Не сме ли фешън? Interviews, memory chips, bridge babies. Я да прочетем. Така. Bridge's primary objective is to rebuild America, and in order to rebuild, one of our main tasks is to reconnect cities and other settlements by re-establishing a delivery network. Back before the Death Stranding, the comms and delivery networks were what held society together. The whole thing was automated, AI managed, deliveries carried out by drone. The belief was that taking people out of the equation would revolutionize the entire system. But things didn't quite pan out that way. Instead, we started seeing cases of what would eventually be the dubbed drone syndrome. It was too much for some folks to accept, leaving everything to machines and nothing for the common man. Някакви хора, които си купили водата, са пушили херпес. The fuck? Okay. Oh shit. Така. And indeed, the oxytocin deficiency and hormonal imbalances we confirmed seemed to back up that assessment. Humanity needed to be part of the process, so walls were put in place, and we stepped back into the picture again. And then what happened? All the people put out of work by machines who got caught up again convinced themselves society couldn't survive without them. And that brought on a whole new disorder. Delivery dependence syndrome, they called it. When the Death Stranding tore us apart, the delivery problem spiraled even further. Вау! Това... Чакайте да премести едно шише, защото в момента ми пръщи в лицето. Yeah, much better, мисля. Така... Това съм сигурен, че някой в еконт е отишъл и му го е написал. I swear to God. It wasn't helped any by the fact that chiral clouds prevented planes and drones from flying, which meant we had to go back to relying completely on human couriers, whether we liked it or not. Eventually, delivering goods became all some lived for. They were obsessed, addicted, consumed by the desire to deliver. Over time, they turned into the mules we know and love today. They fucking know what they did. Те знаят какво правят, какво са направили. Holy fucking shit. Така, Bridge Babies. Look, I'm kind of new here at Bridges, Deadman, so I don't know if any of this will be useful to you. Still, I'm happy to talk about BBs. BBs. If that's what you want. They call me Deadman on account of my familiarity with the dead Garrett. We've always been on good terms, you see. Used to have regular little chats back when I worked in the morgue. Anyway, that's also the reason I work for BB maintenance and research. Work on. To learn more about those who are no longer with us. But I digressed. Fact is, BBs were already being issued to our forces in the field before I joined Bridges. What's more, research into the little guys had already been conducted long ago, but no one took the plunge and put what they discovered to practical use. Still, what that did mean is that when Bridges wanted to build our own BBs, most of the work has already been done for us. We just needed to follow the instruction manual, so to speak. Which isn't to say that we have any idea how they work. Not how they can detect PTs or how they can connect this world to the other side. We still have much to learn about our little friends, but one thing is certain. Their continued study will lead us to a greater understanding of the Stranding, and of life and death itself. That much I can assure you. Well, I think that's about all I have to tell you today. Hopefully, I'll have something new to share next time we chew the fat. See you around. Окей, ще затворя прозорца, защото това наистина започна да ми пръщи в лицето. Бърба. Oh shit. Yep, that sounds good. Така. Това изглежда добре. Относително. Не е сух. В един момент знам, че съответно бяха свалили сайта и някой беше направил фейк сайт. Там, където се продаваше урината на Бел Дълфин, беше фейк сайт. От това, което знам. Явим. Така, BB Echolocation. Dolphins use a sensory mechanism known as Echolocation to keep track of both their fellow pod members and any potential prey. As the name suggests, they produce sounds which bounce off objects and return as echoes, allowing them to get an idea of their surroundings. Така, interesting in and of itself, of course, but what I find far more interesting is the recent research suggesting that BBs use a similar method to detect BTs. As you know, BB pods are designed to mimic the conditions inside the human womb, and are key to preserving the baby's connection with this world and the next. Recent research now suggests that BBs are capable of producing something not unlike a dolphin's sound waves. These pulses travel through the amniotic fluid and out to the other side, bounce off BTs and return as echoes, allowing BB to ascertain the location of threats. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Timefall. Timefall was first recorded when the Death Stranding occurred, and despite all the years that have passed since then, we are no closer to understanding how or why it accelerates the passage of time for the objects and organisms it touches, or why it immediately turns to ordinary water having done so. What? Some researchers have gone as far as to posit the process as stealing time. As for why timefall is observed only in certain places, all that we know for certain is that it's somehow affected by local chiral concentrations. This is merely a hunch, but something in me suspects that the Death Stranding may have warped our perception of the passage of time. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but you understand, we humans can conceive our own deaths and even the possibility of a place beyond death, yes? We have the capacity to conceptualize the future, an evolutionary advantage which aided our development as a species. What if timefall has given us a new supercharged vision of this essential ability, one that will take us to the next stage of our evolution? Perhaps we wouldn't need to haul ourselves up in node cities. Perhaps in time the Death Stranding will come to be seen as the phenomenon that saved our species. Exciting thoughts, I'm sure you'll agree. I for one can't wait to set out on our journey. Who knows what awaits us? Egyptian mummies, pyramids. Това ще го пропусна. Life began in the oceans, and as it evolved, it graduated to the land. At least this is what was believed until recently. To creatures of the sea, the land is a harsh and unforgiving place. Given this, what could possibly have compelled these organisms to make such a drastic transition? Consider that fossils of the first fish to adapt themselves to land have been found in regions with unusually large tidal range. Could it be that these creatures developed legs in order to more swiftly return to the safety of sea when stranded? Could their evolutionary leap have been triggered by this traumatic experience? If so, could similar circumstances have shaped the evolution of the coral-like organisms that inhabit the sea, and driven them to develop an ability to live between life and death, between time and timelessness? Coral is, after all, older than any organism of the land, and hardly enough to have weathered the mass extinction of 540 million years ago. Така. And it's a life form upon which many other organisms rely for survival. Bearing all this in mind, one could argue that the ability to survive in the seam is indicative of a profound evolutionary leap. Криптота. Така, we call these bugs cryptobiotes. They were recorded in reference books and databases back before the Death Stranding, but nobody ever thought to give them proper classification, so cryptobiotes they stayed. They are named for the process of cryptobiosis, which means hidden life. Ще предположа, че те, които са жълто нещо, имат някаква важна част към историята. И затова в принцип ги чета. When environmental conditions get too harsh or resources too scarce, cryptobiotes can shut their metabolic process and enter an almost death-like state in order to survive. Tardigrades and sleeping chironomids are capable of this too, but cryptobiotes are a whole other level. Окей, представете местата, не мога говоря. Чум ли се впрочем още? Хайде. They can survive anything and anywhere, even on the beach or in the sea. And they aren't capable of prolonging only their lives. Humans who eat them acquire a limited resistance to timefall too. You won't find them lying around just anywhere though. You need to know where to walk. Not many people even knew they existed until recently. So next to no research has been done. But now that their beneficial properties have been recognized, I'm willing to bet they'll play an important role helping us understand the beach, the Death Stranding, and everything. Така, Dooms. Astrologers like me, an astrologer, are used to having our work dismissed incorrectly, of course, as unscientific mumbo-jumbo. But since the Death Stranding, more and more people have started to take interest in what's known as astropsychology, a discipline that combines astrology with various forms of psychology. The fact that each person has a beach to which they are spiritually connected has doubtless contributed to this trend. These days, there are even psychotherapists who use astrological techniques in their counseling sessions. Perhaps the most interesting recent development of all, however, is the discovery of the alignment of celestial bodies at the moment of one's birth can influence one's relationship with the condition known as dooms. Of course, chiralium in the Earth's atmosphere means that it's difficult, dare I say impossible, to actually observe the constellations at any point. To come to the conclusion that they therefore have no effect upon human lives, however, would be a foolish error indeed. What the fuck? Така, тук има memory chips, но... Екшен фигурка. Thanks for delivering those rare materials, Sam. Everyone at District Center appreciates you coming through for us. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you though. That bike you saw outside, its battery is dead. You have to give it some juice if you want to use it. Only need to do it once though. Auto charger should kick in after. Sorry if you got your hopes up. I've got some more bad news for you too. You see, different facilities have to work together, sharing materials so everyone gets what they need, and to make sure that everything what's produced gets to proper use. That's why guys like you are so important. Without porters, the whole system falls apart. Whole world even. Anyway, there's this guy, George Baton, over at the way station. He used to be a reliable porter, but lately it's like pulling teeth getting to him to make even the simplest delivery. Keeps bitching about being scared or not having enough oxy or whatever. Always some excuse. Even when he does agree to make a run, he's liable to lose half his weight en route. So yeah, that's why we're a bit short on materials at the moment. I'm sure you'll help us put that right. We're counting on you, Sam. More oxy. Sam the man, our savior. Things are waking up here at the way station. Everything feels better somehow. We were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when we set ourselves up, but 3 years of isolation and loneliness will change anyone's tune. Hell, when we first got here, we were putting up signs for porters and whatnot, but after a while some guys got too scared to even set foot outside. When Central went up, I told myself this was it, America's done. Everyone was feeling it too, and the mood was just bleak. And then you waltzed in. Waltzed on in, damn it. I know what you're thinking. At first I thought it was just the oxytocin too, but that's not it, not all of it anyhow. You gave us the glimmer of hope we needed by bringing us into the Chiral network. We are back in the game now. Been thinking of putting up signs again. Even at Chiral watchtowers too. Before long we will be opening up new delivery routes. Mark my words. It's still scary out there though. All the oxy in the world won't help us deal with the mules, let alone BTs. We shit ourselves every time we catch sight of one, and end up dropping half of our equipment. Honestly, a part of me is still a little worried that we won't be able to keep it up. That's why we need you, Sam. You're not scared of anything, right? So go show us how it's done.
Sam, we've received a distress call from the distro center staff. Check the order on the delivery terminal as soon as you're ready.
Everything in your power to save BB.
We are. But we cannot release your son just yet. Believe me when I tell you it's for the best.
Says the woman in the mask who's done nothing but lie to me.
Sam, there's something I forgot to tell you. It's about managing your BB stress levels and reducing the risk of autotoxemic attacks. There are a few things you can do if your BB starts showing signs of distress.
Such as?
Such as take a moment to look after it.
Ooh.
Cradle the pot, gently rock it, that sort of thing. Out of curiosity, how's it doing at the moment?
Before I answer that,
Something wrong?
when I hook up my BB, I see things.
What kind of things?
Like a face, someone I don't know, calling to me. There's this room, too, with other people talking, but I can't make out the words.
Bleed-through effect. Didn't I warn you about this? You're mistaking the BB's memories for your own. They're false flashbacks, nothing more. Let me explain. A BB is harvested from its steel mother at around 28 weeks and placed in a pod. To be clear, this is before it's even born. The procedure halts its development. But even at 28 weeks, its sensory systems have matured enough to process external stimuli. It is more than capable of encoding this information into memories, which can bleed into yours via your connection.
So who's the man I saw?
Someone from the medical team, maybe? Or a BB technician? Does it matter? The BB has been in circulation for a while now. It's been handled by a lot of people. How should I know which one made an impression?
'Cause you're the expert.
No one's an expert, Sam. BBs were developed decades ago in secret. They're your quintessential black boxes. We may use them, but we don't truly understand them. Believe me, I've been trying to learn more, but almost all of the old records are gone. If I find anything out, I'll tell you, all right? Dead man's honor.
Баси кефа.
Sam, check the delivery terminal and review the list of orders.
Fuck off.
While you're resting, I ran some network diagnostics. Beryllium monitoring and holographic systems are nominal. Unfortunately, our printer is offline. I know, after all the trouble you went through to bring us those materials. This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught that porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back? Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
Нека направим това първо.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
После ще се върна и ще взема това. Да не се натоварям прекалено много.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
Order assigned.
Hello?
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Sam, chiral crystals are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultimate to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
Okay, just a bit further now. There we go.
Някой ти им вземе тези метали.
This one's for you.
Окей, това беше бързичко. I know.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons.
Sam, crystal deliveries are a little different from the usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal to drop off any crystals you're carrying.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Keep on keeping on.
Имам неща в private room. What? Recycle.
Got some crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Oh, just one. Well, that's all right. One is more than we had before. Next time, though, try and bring us a few more, huh? We'd be much obliged.
Yep, they called me stingy. Container repair spray. Deposit at any facility or be added to stores.
Stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
Упси. Така ми се пада, като съм стинджи. Container repair spray, yeah boy.
Dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've
Oopsie.
There is a correlation between elevated chiralium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though, local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Сега се чувствам, че трябва да оставя. Окей, контейнер репер спрей. Дрими, здравей! Какво ми трябва? What? Защо не мога да направя? Как така нямам нищо, бе, човек? Сериозно? What? Available required. Хай. Добре съм. Не мога да се оплача. A Cairo printer in... Oh, yeah. Got it. Хубаво ще да не скипвам. Тия лозите. Окей.
Thank you for your contribution.
Metals. Готово. Нечестно си красата, така да се каже, цъкайки Death Stranding на PS5. Basically, това е цялата идея. Трябва да стигна до тук. Тук са мулета. Ху-ху. Alrighty. Колкото виждам, тук има много готина стълба, което най-вероятно е нещо доста полезно. So... ще използвам на тези хора пътя. Да видим дали това ще доведе до някаква... Дали това ще ни е в полза. Аз ще хубаво си оправя скоро обувките. Or something. Имам още бая време, докато мога да не гейтвам на мулетата простотиите.
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
Alrighty. I'm very confused.
There we go.
Нима е това? Йеп, това е. Айде.
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Там виждам скенерите, for fuck's sake. Кейф ме как нито едно от мулите няма да намери за странно как това нещо материализира от нищото.
Drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Някой умишлено оставил тука. Нека пробваме от неговия път. Но не съм се умълчал много. Така, нека видим какво ще вземе. Това няма да стане по тежкия път, така че ще трябва от тук. Така. От тук ще се опитам да сляза по... Добре, че сложихме стълба. Там обратно ще е абсолютно ужас.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Докарахме си известно количество неща. За щастие. След така вече... Батистута. Вау. Това име. Вау, това име.
Back, are you? You trying to put the rest of us to shame? Fine by me. See you around. Good work.
Така.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Oops. Ooh.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridge is standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Окей. Аз си свих няколко, така че... Бридж. Найс.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine, that it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network and the reach which we have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive mans with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Good work. New order available.
3 new orders. Master gun, Mazer gun. Така, Shear Cliffs, много Cliffs и PTs.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
Да. Bridge foundation. The foundation of a bridge, once the foundation is in place, add materials to level up the structure and complete the construction. When construction when constructing a bridge, use L2. Така, triangle to select its length. Така, 50 meters or 80 meters и 800 метала. Alrighty. Аз май трябваше да... Cargo Chef, Climbing Anchor, PCC. Ние имаме PCC-та, що направих нови. Ходи и ме питай. Power Supply, така, Climbing Anchor, PCC, Mule Boots. Гъга, лек ден. Лек ден на теб. Лек ден и на теб. Няма смисъл да конструирам бридж в момента, защото за добро или лошо. За добро или лошо вече 100% някой е направил тука. Или не? Ху, ще я взем. Ще направим такова. Яйкс. Здравей, здравей. Ще му счупиме гърба на сам. Нали за това е портър? Пиваме. Не мога да се оплача.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Окей. Ох, тому няма нищо, ама... Заради това, че съм на PS5 в момента и съм пуснал адаптив тригерите, ми се откъсват пръстите да държа тригерите. Ох. Найс. Аз го имам сигурно вече от половин година. Но благодаря де. Сега някой ще му потрябва този мост. Може би на мен.
That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
Така, нека видим дали ми трябва да си реорганизирам. Впрочем, ще сейфаме. Because you know, safe scumming is good. Искам да си взема Distribution Center. Тук има неща за дистрото, което е баш тука. Може би ще ги взема на връщане, когато съм малко по-лек. Така, от тук виждам, че има духчета. Нагоре. През тази гора дефинитли ще трябва мина то. Това е BT територия. Последния път ядох много... Бе, брах много ядове от тука. Чайте, че забрах термина. Право на мене. Показват ми тук с табелка, че идват битита. Сега е по друг начин. С дъжд. В зона с битите не мога да сейфам, така че... Някой тук се спускал с въже. Да ми изкарат обувките. Да, на връщане най-вероятно ще обера Destroyed. Shit. Ако мога да сейфвам тука, още по-хубаво. Силен вятър. То само това ми трябваше.